The Brora and Blackwater system is without question one of Scotland's finest spate rivers. It's got a really unique and wild feel to it. The Gordonbush estate has been in the Tyser family since around 1921. The family have actually got fishing records dating back here well into the 1800s. And when you come and fish here, you get a real sense of that sporting heritage. In the spring we fish 4 rods, starting from the head of Loch Brora, winding up some 2.5 miles up to a Falls pool at Balnacoil. There's about 18 named pools on that stretch, and it's just classic fly water all the way. One pool just rolls into the next, and it's a fantastic place, particularly in the spring. The falls at Balnacoil actually act as a temperature barrier, and the fish won't really start running that till mid-May, so effectively the fish are just building and building right through the spring. From June onwards we fish 6 rods on the beach. We open up another 4 miles of fishing, starting from the falls at Balnacoil right up to the Skinsdale tributary. It's just a fantastic place up here. There's no roads, just stunning views, hill and heather and a stunning river. Really special place to catch fish. Gordonbush Beak catches around about 245 salmon a year. The river itself is quite easy to read, the pools are fairly obvious. You don't really need to do too much wading, and it's a great place for people of all abilities to come and fish. The size of the river means you can just cover the lies quite nicely, and you can overhead cast or spey cast, whatever your preference. In the late spring and early summer we actually have very good runs of sea trout here. For the spring weeks I'd certainly take a 12 to 14 foot double hander. I'll use a floating line, take a variety of sinking tips to match the conditions. In the summer I'd definitely bring along a single-handed rod, just slightly more delicate presentation in low water conditions. All the classic Highland flies work here. It's also quite fun to try skated flies, hitch flies, collie dogs, that sort of thing. The loch itself is about 3 miles long, about a mile wide in places. Definitely holds salmon, particularly in low water conditions.
I've been here 10 years, took over as head bailiff about 2 years ago. We're standing at the Balnacoil Falls, which is in nice spate. This is the Blackwater that runs into the upper Brora along with the Skinsdale. The river's in good health, it's in good order at the moment with a good amount of fish, grilse and summer fish.
Struan Lodge was completed in 2009. It's in a fantastic location right on the shore of Loch Brora. We're really lucky on the estate here to have Tony Smith. He built the lodge and used timber cut from the estate. The whole thing's been designed to be eco-friendly. We've got ground source heat pumps, we've got solar panels, the whole thing's very sustainable. The lodge itself has 8 double bedrooms, all en suite, sleeping a total of 16. We've also got a fantastic bothy there for larger parties to use or for a cook, and we've got purpose-built dog kennels that are all midge-proof around the other side.
The west end of the estate is quite flat and wet, whereas the east end is actually a bit more hilly and free draining with a lot of heather on it. It's about 15,500 acres and carries a population of about 700 red deer. Then we normally start at about 9 o'clock in the morning by trying the rifle on the range to make sure that everybody's happy and that their marksmanship's good. And then what we do is go out looking for a stag of a particular quality, which is something that's mature, has a reasonable set of antlers so that the client has a trophy to take home, and meets the management criteria of the herd, which is taking out older or poorer animals.
Gordonbush Estate has a really loyal following. We've got certain tenants that have been in the same weeks for several generations, and it's just really great to see the same people coming back year on year. That said, we always have a few spare weeks every year, and it's really nice to welcome new parties to the river.